Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Friday, May 13, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Pittsburgh Penguins vs New York Rangers. Our team pick is New York Rangers for the win. And here is why. Should Crosby not be able to go, Pittsburgh still has plenty of offensive depth. Jake Guentzel is having a spectacular series, leading all playoff performers with 7 goals. Pittsburgh is averaging 4.60 goals per game during the playoffs and have been very good on the power play at 26.7%. In the 2 home playoff games, Pittsburgh is 3-6 with a man advantage. Louis Domingue has been handed the goaltending duties during the playoffs but has been inconsistent, posting a 3.56 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. He has given up at least 4 goals in 3 of the last 4 games, as the offense has bailed him out and kept this team moving. The question is if they can keep winning games without Crosby available, as Dominique has given up 2 or fewer goals in 2 of the contests, but had to make just 39 saves combined in those 2 games. New York is getting solid offensive production during the playoffs, averaging 3.80 goals per game. The Rangers went 1-3 on the power play in the victory and are now connecting on 25% of their opportunities. New York is led by Artemi Panarin with 6 points. Adam Fox and Andrew Kopp lead the club with 3 goals each. Pittsburgh has clearly been the better of the 2 teams during this series, but the injury to Crosby may be a series changer. Even if he is able to go on Friday, one has to wonder what he brings to the table with the upper body injury. Neither goaltender has looked particularly good in the series, but Shesterkin clearly is the guy who could take over the series. With Crosby out or at diminished capacity, this gives New York an opportunity to even the series. Look for them to capitalize on it. Our total pick is over 6 goals, and here is why. In the last game the Rangers were at home and beat the Pens 5-3, where they came back from an 2-0 deficit. 5 different players scored for New York, and the team outscored Pittsburgh 2-0 in the 3rd period. Igor Shesterkin stopped 29 of 32 shots in the win, and he had given up 10 goals in the previous 2 starts in the series. He has started every game in this series and should start this one after getting the win in the last game. If he does not, Alexander Georgiev will get the call, and in 2 relief appearances in the series, he only gave up 1 goal in each one. Guentzel has 7 goals in the series, and he has lit the lamp once in every game. The loss of Crosby could be a big one, as in the 5 games in this series, he has 9 points, 2 goals, 7 assists, and the Rangers pounced on the Pittsburgh defense when he went out in Game 5. Jeff Carter is the only other player on the team with more than 2 goals in the series with 3, and he scored 3 of them in 2 games, before failing to register a point in the last game. Washington Capitals vs Florida Panthers. Our total pick is Florida for the win, and here is why. Back in 2017-18, the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup, but they haven't been as fortunate in the last 3 years. Washington has been ousted in the first round of the playoffs in each of the last 3 years, and they are on the verge of making it 4 in a row. The Caps came into the postseason the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference and they had to face the team with the most points in the NHL. Washington did have a 2-1 lead in the series, but Florida has bounced back to take the last 2 and that sets up this do-or-die game for the Caps. Washington jumped out to a 3-0 lead in Game 5, but they couldn't hold it and fell in that game by a score of 5-3. For the first time in the history of the team, the Florida Panthers won the President's Cup, which is given to the team with the most points during the regular season. Florida has 122 points this year, while their previous high was just 103, 2015-16. The Panthers could be on the verge of being ousted in the first round as they trailed the Caps 3-0 just a few minutes into the 2nd period of Game 5. Florida then mounted their comeback with 3 goals in the 2nd period and 2 more in the final frame to move 1 step closer to making it to the 2nd round of the playoffs for the first time since 2011-12. The Caps had a chance to grab a huge win in Game 5, but they blew it late, and I feel that will have a lingering effect on them. Florida has momentum as they have won the last 2 games in this series, and a win in this game will close out the series for them. Bobrovsky rates a big edge over Samsonov, and the Panthers also have a big edge on offense. Washington has been a rather mediocre team all year and I see their season ending tonight. Lastly, the Panthers are 72-23 in their last 95 games as a favorite, while the Caps have gone 3-9 in their last 12 conference quarterfinals games. Our total pick is over 6.5 goals. And here is why. The Florida Panthers have been dominant so far as need to win in one of the next two games to advance. They are being led by left winger Jonathan Huberdeau so far and has scored just 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists thus far through 5 games. They are coming off a 5-3 home win to the Washington Capitals. The biggest positive was the fact they were able to win 52.2% of all faceoffs during this game. Leading the offense in the game was left winger Carter Verhaeghe, as he finished with a pair of goals and 3 assists and was one of 3 players to finish with multiple points. The defense needs to improve here as they are allowing 29 shots against them and are giving up 3.20 goals per game, which is tied for 7th in the NHL playoffs. If they can figure out how to defend better than average here, they can continue their season past the first round. The Washington Capitals have to win each of their next 2 games without a single loss if they want their season to continue. They are being led by left winger Alex Ovechkin so far and has been able to dish the puck as he has posted 5 assists this series. They are coming off a 5-3 road loss against the Florida Panthers. They were able to score a goal on their 3 power play opportunities throughout this game. Their scoring output in the game was right winger TJ Oshie, who scored 2 goals in the game and was one of 2 players to score multiple points in this game. The defense has been playing at a putrid level as they are allowing 33.6 shots and are giving up 3.20 goals per game, which is tied with the Panthers for 7th in the playoffs. The defense needs to be locked down if they want to keep their season alive. Dallas Stars vs Calgary Flames. Our team pick is Stars for the win. And here is why. The Flames have taken over this series with consecutive wins despite their offense struggling and scoring only 10 goals in the series. Johnny Gaudreau, Elias Lindholm, and Matthew Tkachuk have combined for 4 goals and 8 assists to lead the top line, but the rest of the unit has struggled. Outside of the top line, only 4 skaters have found the back of the net in this series, and the Stars have done a great job eliminating the later lines of the Flames' offense as a result. The Stars have struggled in the recent games of the series with their offense costing them, scoring only 8 goals in the series and 1 goal in each of the last 2 games. Tyler Seguin and Jason Robertson have scored 2 goals and 2 assists to lead the top line, while Joe Pavelski and Roope Hintz have added 4 goals and 2 assists to the second line, but the rest of the offense has struggled. Only 6 skaters have found the back of the net in this series, and without multiple scoring lines, the Flames' defense has easily eliminated the hapless Stars' offense. The offense has struggled, but the defense has been remarkable, allowing only 8 goals in the series and 2 goals in the last 2 games. Rasmus Andersson and Noah Hannafin have led the top pairing, but the entire defense has stepped up with Chris Tanev and Oliver Killington leading the second pairing, while Eric Gudbranson and Nikita Zadorov have rounded out the defensive unit and have not only eliminated the Stars' scoring chances, but have limited the Stars from even controlling the puck in the offensive zone. Moreover, Jacob Markstrom has been incredible in the net with a .952 save percentage and a 1.21 goals against average on 125 shots. The offense has struggled, but the defense has kept the Stars in the series, allowing only 2 goals per game with a shutout in Game 2. Ryan Suter and Miro Heiskanen have led the top pairing, while Johnny Hakampa and Esa Lindell have helped give the Stars 2 great defensive pairings and have allowed the Stars to cut off angles to the net on the rush while limiting shooting lanes. In addition, goaltender Jake Ettinger has stepped up in the net with a .956 save percentage and a 1.63 goals against average on 180 shots. And our total pick is under 5.5 goals. The Calgary Flames have been doing well as they are looking to finish this series in 6 games. They are being led by left winger Johnny Gaudreau so far and has been able to dish the puck as he has posted 5 points, 4 goals, 1 assist during this series. They are coming off a 3-1 home win back in Game 5 of the series. The biggest plus was their ability to hold the Stars to not scoring a power play goal in 3 opportunities during the game. Leading their scoring output in the game was center Mikkel Backlund, who scored a goal and an assist in the game and was one of 2 players to score multiple points. The defense has been playing extremely well as they are allowing 25.4 shots and are giving up 1.60 goals per game, which is the best in the playoffs. If the defense can shut down a decent offense, it will be a great sign for the team as a whole. Leading their scoring output in the game was left winger Jason Robertson, who scored a goal in the game and was one of 3 players to score any points. The defense has been playing extremely well as they are allowing 36.4 shots and are giving up 2 goals per game, which is second in the playoffs. If the defense can continue to get a bunch of saves, they can continue to fight in this series. The Calgary Flames are averaging 2 goals per game and are scoring on 10.5% of their power play opportunities. Elias Lindholm leads Calgary with 3 goals, Johnny Gaudreau has 4 assists and Mikkel Backlund has 15 shots on goal. Defensively, the Calgary Flames are allowing 1.6 goals per game and are killing 90% of their opponent's power plays. Jacob Markstrom has allowed 6 goals on 125 shots faced. The Dallas Stars are averaging 1.6 goals per game and are scoring on 10% of their power play opportunities. Joe Pavelski leads Dallas with 3 goals, Miro Heiskanen has 2 assists and Esa Lindell has 13 shots on goal. Defensively, the Dallas Stars are allowing 2 goals per game and are killing 89.5% of their opponent's power plays. Jake Ettinger has allowed 8 goals on 180 shots faced. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.